Hello, fellow fumblers, and welcome to another episode of the Film Fumblers Show, the show where four friends fumble through your favorite films. Today, we are going to be reviewing Faster, a movie released in 2010 and directed by George Tillman Jr. So without further ado, my name's Adrian.
I'm Jay.
I'm Taryn.
Hey, it's James.
All right, boys, we ready for this shot?
Oof.
We got my badass shot because there's some badasses in this one.
Huh.
Fitting.
That is pretty good.
I got my new Progreso Mexico
Can
shotgun.
size
Is that like
shotgun.
leather bound?
It's leather bound. I don't know how you're supposed to
Beautiful.
watch this damn thing, but it says Entre más viejo, más cojo. What does cojo mean? Any Spanish speakers in the chat?
I'm asking how
I
it's
don't
spelled
know
as
what
if
that
I would know.
means.
I don't fucking know.
All right, guys.
What does it say?
Cheers.
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 Dude, I should just start shooting whiskey all the time. It's so much easier for me than vodka. I didn't even wince. It's just like, I don't know.
Shoot it.
Shoot it.
I've been
All
on
right,
this
so-
tequila kick randomly.
Oh, nice. Tequila's hard to shoot for me, I think. Tequila and vodka are like, oof. Okay, so Faster. I just want to start this off by saying I was so close to watching a fucking movie tonight. So fucking close. I almost watched a movie called Snitch, which is also starring Dwayne Johnson and released in 2013. And I like looked it up where a certain place where movies are watched, and it wasn't there. And I was like, how the hell are we watching this? And I had to literally go back to our Film Fumblers show because I didn't want to ask you guys because it was so late that I was watching it.
Oh my
So I
God.
was-
We all
I
watched
literally-
it. We all watched it today, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was.
Oh,
if,
did
if
we?
if
Yeah.
Snitch was on where where we'd seen that shit, I would have literally watched the wrong movie and went into that. Like,
That would be amazing.
but okay,
actually.
and I just want you guys, everyone at home, to Google Snitch and Google Faster and look at the movie posters. They're so fucking similar. It's so dumb. And that's why I was like, oh yeah, Snitch, Dwayne Johnson around the same time. That's
oh my
it. That's
God.
the
Yeah.
movie.
So the
That's
same
the
color
movie.
palette, everything.
It's like
wow.
it's so it's just Dwayne Johnson's massive arm and then a road
my
behind
God.
him.
Those
It's
veins, dude.
stupid.
Jesus Christ.
So,
And his
Wow.
like sort of bald head.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. This is going further already. They both have almost the same premise.
mhm.
Listen to
Oh my
this.
goodness.
This is Faster. Following a 10-year prison stint, right? And this is Snitch. Jason receives a mandatory 10-year prison sentence.
Okay, dude.
You could have contributed to the whole show, man. Wouldn't it be better?
Holy
Oh
shit.
my God, imagine if he realized like halfway through, he's like, wait, I don't remember that
No,
part or
and
some shit.
that's the thing is like, oh right, oh it like if I hadn't,
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus. Well, I would have
Oh
messed up because I do the intro, so it would have been like, all right, today we're reviewing Snitch.
So you watched the right movie and we all watched the wrong movie. Nice.
You guys would have
Oh,
had to like
man.
have said right away. Oh man, that'd have been so funny.
That'd be great.
We have to do that like I'm saying for like April Fools. Just have a fucking clusterfuck of an episode, and all of us
like a movie.
All of us
like,
watch a different movie.
watch it.
It's like
But yeah,
Halloween or
oh,
something, but like 4 different versions. We're just like,
Yeah,
what?
or like
That-
half of us watch Just Friends, and the other half of us watch No Strings Attached, which are like the same movie.
Oh my
You know,
God.
like something like that. God, that'd be hilarious.
That'd be good.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
okay,
speaking of-
so
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead,
Speaking
Tim,
of
go ahead.
the 10-year prison sentence,
Hmm.
we are 3 days away as of recording from the 10th anniversary of this movie being released.
oh,
That's what I was like.
Wow.
When I was looking at the Wikipedia, I was like, holy shit.
That is
I was like,
interesting.
wait.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Wow.
though. 10 years old.
that is okay.
How
So
convenient.
2010, this movie officially has permission to not suck because it's not in the aughts, right? Isn't that what we've decided?
Dude, but it has so many characteristics. I was fooled.
It does, but I'm just gonna get right into it.
Get
this
into
movie
it. Talk
is
to me.
not as like crazy, overblown, over the top as you might think it is from just the start, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys feeling that?
What do you
so.
mean by that?
So okay, when we watched, all right, and I'm just gonna do it for James because I know he was gonna bring it up.
Running scared.
Um,
Running scared, baby.
Running Scared, you know how ridiculous Running Scared is going to be, and you just
Yeah.
have that kind of expectation. I feel like I was like leaning towards that for this film faster, and it never really happened. It wasn't too ridiculous. Granted, he gets shot in the back of the head twice,
Right.
but
Right.
Sure.
but
yeah.
like it wasn't a that was the most ridiculous I think it got, And I was
Yeah.
expecting him
Yeah.
to be more like laughably bad, but
Yeah.
it actually wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I actually agree with that.
I
So,
think I went in with this. Well, we just watched Payback, right, which has that vibe too a little bit.
yes.
Mhm.
So I was half expecting that, but the intro, like the first 10 minutes even, it just sucked me in for some reason because
Yeah.
in 10 minutes you see this guy get out of jail, find a badass car, ride into town, and shoot somebody in the face, and you're like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit!
That shit was
Crazy.
very, very shocking. But did you get any Western vibes? Did you feel like you
Oh,
were
yeah.
watching?
Yeah.
And
A little bit,
I
yeah.
got those vibes like really hard. The guy who directed it probably loves westerns. And then once the James Bond villain had the ringtone,
Yeah.
what was it, the
Just
Good,
the
the bad,
bad,
and
the
the
ugly?
ugly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, 100%. This is like
Yeah.
a modern western here, which was kind of cool. I don't know. I was enjoying it a little bit.
It was cool. I did get those vibes as well. Yeah, I mean, like you said, you had great value Jake Gyllenhaal just with his ridiculous mansion and yoga scene. I wanted him to die so badly. Like right when I met him.
Dude, I wanted literally anything to happen to him, and nothing was. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude,
That guy was such a weird character.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way him and Billy Bob Thornton don't live through this movie. Like, I mean, half of it was right, but like, it's like they're setting up all this marriage, and I want to have a family. Like, this guy's fucking
Yeah.
dead, and then he just leaves. I was like, all right.
I
They
know.
put so much background into that. I was like, okay.
It
He
literally went nowhere.
It actually did. Like his character, it was almost like his life where he was trying to be the main character. And it was like, dude, you're actually not that important. And like that was his whole thing
Yeah.
where he was like, at the very end, he has the gun to Dwayne Johnson, and he's just like, care about my skills, damn it. And The Rock's was like, bro, I don't have anything. Like, I literally don't care. And he's like, like I'm
Who
trying
are
to.
you?
It was like,
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
I mean,
There
maybe
was-
that's like a really, really clever play on his life. Like, oh, look, here's this character who's trying to do so much stuff, and in the end, it doesn't really matter, you know?
hmm
Mhm.
And it's like a
Yeah.
reflection of himself. But that seems like a stretch, right? Because
I
this
mean,
movie
yeah.
ain't gonna go that deep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well-
They set up some stuff like that, like with his medication and his like all this crazy stuff. Is like he's just
Yeah.
obsessed with this fucking job or whatever. And then like
He's
the
obsessed
fact
with
that
a lot of things, I think.
He's upset.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's obsessed with himself, right?
He's
Like-
an egomaniac for sure. Yeah.
and like the fact that he like you see those dollar bills framed at the beginning and then, like at
Mhm.
the end you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Which was kind of
how is
clever.
he rich?
Yeah.
That was
if he's
cool.
only getting paid a dollar, what else does he?
Yeah,
do?
he was probably
No, he-
like born into money or something.
It showed
No, he
his
created
magazine.
a tech giant company.
Oh, that's
and
right.
he
He's
sold
an
it.
Oh,
no,
the
no. I thought he
nerdy-ass
was like an
dude, right?
investor, or no, maybe okay, yeah, maybe.
He
No,
was a
he made
software
some
engineer.
tech.
Right.
Yeah, he was a
sorry.
software engineer, and then he got bored with that because he conquered it, and then he became a neuro brain surgeon or some bullshit.
Oh, that was real?
So his next step was
That
I thought
wasn't
he was
real.
a-
That was like
a
what he
hired
said.
assassin.
I thought
That's
he was
what
he
bullshitting
told
his
his
therapist.
therapist.
But I think he actually was. Well, I don't know.
he-
Maybe.
Because he
I
said
think-
I removed
then he-
cancer. He said I removed cancer, and he was like talking about
Oh, I
like
guess,
doing hits
yeah.
on
Killing
people.
people.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But he
I
did
thought
do
he
like
was serious.
he mastered other things, right? Like
Yeah.
yoga and also
What? No, fuck that. That pissed me off. He's just like, hey babe, how was your morning? Mastered yoga today. Whatever. I was like, shut
On to the
fuck
next
up.
thing.
Please
I think it's
die.
supposed to piss you off a little bit because yeah, you realize this motherfucker
Yes.
is never gonna be satisfied, right? Like
You're right. You're right.
he's gonna chase the stupidest shit, and then he kind of does, and in the end, like, but I don't know. But then there's another side to him where you're like, he doesn't take the dollar because he didn't earn it, and he has like that drive going for
Mhm.
him. But is that a good thing all the time? I don't know.
Yeah. It
Weird
was.
character.
Yeah, did you
all
guys know who
all
that
in
is?
all,
Oh,
just
fuck it. Go ahead.
just a kind of worthless character. I don't know. It just felt
He
felt
had,
weird.
like,
I guess
a-
it was kind of like it was making you. It was like a diversion. It was like, oh, look at this bad guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it was like artificial.
He's not the bad guy.
artificial
right?
stakes that were put into the movie. You know what I mean? Like it raised the
Mhm.
stakes,
Yeah.
but it wasn't meaningful. So it was like,
He had a
Yeah.
very contrived like character development where like he was looking at the photos of him like as a kid and he couldn't walk and then he had like the scars and stuff and it was just like, are we
Yeah.
really supposed to care that much about this character that doesn't even die at the end? Like he doesn't even have any consequences for how like
Just
he's
fine.
living. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was
Um,
like a common theme. What James just said, something that I thought too. Like throughout the whole movie, you're kind of just like, is this guy a good guy? Is he a bad guy? And you like, every character, even though they're a cop, even though
mhm.
they're, this assassin or they're the driver, right? You're at the beginning, you're like, you're feeling it out still. And they do kind of
Yeah.
just like blatantly show you like who is who, but it just takes time. But I thought that was kind of cool. I don't know. It keeps you engaged, I think.
yeah, I liked his backstory and then Billy Bob Thornton's backstory, like their family matters or whatever coming into it.
Yeah.
Because without that, it would have. I thought it was just gonna be straight fucking action. This guy's just taking everyone out, and they added that
Yeah.
element on top of it. And I was like, all right, I
Right.
appreciate it.
And that's
Yeah,
But it
what
was
I'm
like
saying.
it was like a little bit of like seasoning throughout a otherwise kind of just regular movie, right? Like it was like I wanted more like progression in The Rock's character. He like really didn't have a personality. It was kind of hard to feel for his struggle. Like
Dude,
it
yeah.
was just like it
I
was
don't
just
know.
kind of
I
like
can't.
I don't know.
When
I
he-
didn't really care about.
That's the whole badass trope, though. The whole badass
Yeah,
trope is
that's
that you
true.
don't. They don't have. I mean, think about like a really good action movie like John Wick. Like, I don't think I've seen. I've only seen like the first one, maybe. That's like I can't even remember. But they're great movies. But he doesn't. How much personality does a character like John Wick have? You know, it's like you killed my dog and I'm mad, and like they just go off on
Yeah,
these things. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean,
yeah.
that's
I
the
mean,
the ridiculous joke of Payback is like, no, it's 70,000. Like, even though he
yeah,
can get
Right.
yeah.
more, it's like,
But
Yeah.
at least like that movie had those tongue-in-cheek like jokes about it. You know, this one was just like a
Yeah.
little too serious. Like,
no, for sure. I think
and
Payback is
I
the
just
movie.
couldn't.
Payback is like the parody almost of the.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm, mhm.
Which makes me appreciate it a little bit more, like in hindsight of it.
Me
You know?
too, I think. Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
Payback.
That movie was
Yeah.
fun, dude. I like that.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. Yeah. While I was watching it, I was like, "This is okay." And then after, I mean, watch our episode on Payback. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
But I think that that's interesting what you said, Taryn, because that's true. There is a lot of like dramatic sides to this movie. And so apparently George Tillman Jr. Tillman.
Yeah.
He directed only dramas before this. This was his first action movie ever.
Hmm.
And so other movies he's directed is movies like The Hate You Give, which is really dramatic, really kind of
Oh,
intense.
shit.
So to have those kind of like, hint notes of drama in this, I think kind of made it a little bit interesting because you were wondering like, why are they telling us so much about this? Like these family sides, like guy in his
Yeah.
leg, like all that stuff. I don't know, like what I'm trying to decide is like, was that a good thing or a bad thing for this kind of a movie? Like I think with action, hardcore action, you just want to like go. And having
Yeah.
some of that drama is like, it can be slow, it can feel slow to some. I kind of liked it personally, but I get why people may think it's weird or,
Yeah.
I think
It
it's
just
doesn't feel-
seemingly felt like it went nowhere. Like a lot of the background kind of stuff. Like I don't know.
Sure.
Like
mean, that's
Billy
movies.
Bob Thornton just randomly had a smack addiction, and he just does heroin one time, and it's just like, it's just
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. It just feels weird. And I
And
get
then
the
his
connection at the end, like it all comes for full circle in a way.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
it
know
was
what
a
it is,
net
but it's
positive,
weird.
this dramatic stuff, because it's like you're not getting that from The Rock, and I don't know if it would have been as interesting if it was pure him fucking taking out one by one all these
Just
people, you know what I
people.
mean?
Checking
Mhm.
off.
Because
names,
like
yeah.
you're talking about, just like him as a character when he went to his like old wife's house, assumingly.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just
Deb?
laughing because he was just
yeah,
standing
Deb
there.
from Dexter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's her. Right?
Jennifer Carpenter.
Yeah.
He was just standing there, and she was like talking to him, and he was just like just like he was like this caveman ass looking ass, like he was just
Yeah.
gonna
He's
grunt
literally
at
a
her or
fucking
something.
rock, dude. He's literally a rock. He's just there. It's just
Yeah,
fucking-
I was just laughing. I was like, "Fucking say something! What the hell are you doing?"
That's funny as fuck. Literally a rock. No, his expression was basically the same the entire
Yeah.
fucking movie, dude.
Except for the one time he shed a tear. Like, and I was like, "Oh shit, The Rock can
his mom,
shed
right?
a tear." I was like, "That's pretty cool." Oh yeah, it was with his mom.
Yeah.
Was that with his mom?
He
Dude,
was, like,
When his
teary-eyed
mom
a
was
lot,
like-
and it was effective, I think.
when he like went in to see his mom for the first time, so I watched this with my girlfriend, and when he walked in and had the gun to her and like cocked it, I was gonna make a joke about like, oh, just kidding, mom, what's up? And like it literally was his mom, and I was like, holy shit, that's so
It's like,
fucking ridiculous.
where's the old man? It was just like, what?
Yeah.
It obviously had daddy issues, right?
So he's adopted? Is that,
Yeah.
is that what it was?
I
He
think it was a
loved him as
half
much-
brother.
Oh, half brother. Because his mom
Yeah.
had him with someone else or something.
Yeah,
I see.
that's what I'm thinking. Which is weird, right? Like you killed my half brother. But if you're like close, I guess that.
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
really
like, he
happen.
basically
You
was the
know,
only
like,
person
that
that cared
way.
about him, probably raised him the most, you know?
Yeah.
Well, and that's what
but it wasn't clear to me at first. Did it take you
Dude,
guys a
if
while
they
to realize
didn't,
that?
I think that's what's good about it though, is that it wasn't clear.
if they
Yeah,
didn't
maybe.
literally say my brother, I was like, damn, these guys love each other so much. Like, I'm so happy for them.
The fucking scene where they're going back and he does the first like driving getaway scene, and they
Yeah.
look over at each other
Exactly.
and they're like, I'm like, damn, they're about to fuck.
Yeah,
these
I was
like,
niggas
this
love
is
each
crazy.
other. Like, it was some weird, there was some
driving-
weird vibes.
And then he
What
said
did you
bro
say?
like 20
Backwards.
times to cement that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
The driving backwards scene, I couldn't see anything other than just the Rock meme where he turns around and he looks at her,
Witch
what's
Mountain
that
movie or
from?
whatever.
Yeah.
Some shit.
I was just like, this is that for 5 minutes. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
But and that was an interesting element too, is that like whole, backstory heist, but like it was shot for some reason on like found footage, but like for real in the movie,
It was like a snuff film.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
the whole group around this like counter
Yeah.
heist.
There was an accountant. There was a bouncer for like.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So
It
like,
was a
it's like
weird
the most
ensemble.
unbelievable like group of people, right? Like,
Yeah.
That's
like
yeah.
they're just gonna like let this weird pervert like create his little like movie. Like, what? Makes no sense. Why would you want proof of that out there? It's just weird.
Yeah, I
Weird
thought
people.
that all that
was
shit
one of
was weird,
those-
but they that's why Billy Bob Thornton was so involved, right? He got all these people together because he like was their correctional officer or whatever.
that's
right?
They
right.
were all snitches, which
It
is
like
weird.
it was
Yeah.
weird, and
They were
then
all
when it made sense,
confidential
I was like,
informants.
"This is good." Yeah,
Dude, which takes me back to like they said snitch so many times in this movie. I was like, I could have fucking watched the actual movie Snitch.
Dude,
And like
yeah.
I
to
probably
check
would
the
have
title
been,
again, you're like, "Wait."
yeah, I was like, oh, what the fuck?
You would have been fine, dude. That's what I'm gathering.
Oh, God.
But yeah, but it's still like, why does that group of informants come together in this case? Even I don't know. It was just weird. I agree, James. It's not the cast of characters you expect to be doing shit like that.
Yeah.
I just wonder
But
if
it added a weird side to the story.
Billy
Like
Bob
that kind
Thornton-
of glued the case together, you know?
yeah, like Billy Bob Thornton probably offered them something or like did some weird shit because he was around them before in LA or whatever the fuck. That's why they were all down, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it made sense. It was pretty funny. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, which again, I mean, similar themes to payback films, maybe, or just the two that we've watched recently, or revenge films, I should call them. Is just like crooked cops, like the casualness of them, and just like
They're always in.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy some drugs from this like guy in a bathroom, and it's just like
Yeah.
so weird. It's so silly.
Like James mentioned earlier, a cop that randomly has like a smack problem.
Mhm.
I thought that was interesting because of the order that they showed that in. Like you saw the
Mhm.
drug problem first, and then
Yeah.
that he has a cop, and you're just like,
Yeah.
again, is this a good guy? Is this a bad guy? What's going on here?
Yeah.
He's a bad guy. I don't know.
He's
He
a
does
bad
smack
guy.
his
So-
cop.
Trying to
He's a
get
bad
back to
guy.
his family.
So we have a question in the chat. Were you guys freaked out when you found out that Billy Bob was the bad man, or did it? For me, like well, they like revealed it when his wife was all strung out and she was like, "We're going to go to hell for what we did," and I was like, "Oh, they're involved with this like 100%, right?" Like you kind of figure that out before like the big reveal. But
Yeah.
what did you guys feel?
I don't know if I was freaked out, more so like I just was like, nah, dude, come on. Like he almost like had his family back. I just felt so bad for this little kid, dude. This poor ass little kid just wants to play baseball and his parents are like so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I was more sad about that than like freaked out that like that was a cool revelation, but I don't know. It was cool.
Yeah.
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 It was interesting. I don't know. I guess I wasn't freaked out, but I for sure didn't see that twist coming, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at like predicting shit like that, but I wasn't expecting.
Dude, I'm bad at that shit too, but Jordan is like on the nose every fucking time, dude.
Just
Every
ruins
yeah.
the movie at the
She
beginning. like,
calls the
yeah.
movie during the movie. Yeah, she's just like, "Oh, this guy
Yeah.
did this, that, and the other," and I'm just like, "All right, dude." And then we
Nice.
finish the movie, and that's exactly what happens every single time.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and I love how his character name is just Killer, the Great Value
Yeah.
Town Hall guy. He's just at the end he doesn't even know that Billy Bob Thornton is the man who hired him, It's just that was an interesting little touch. Because he was just like, "Oh, you think you got everyone off the list, but you didn't get the person who hired me." And then he
Yeah.
doesn't even know who it is. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Do you guys know who that James Bond villain looking ass is? Have you guys seen him anywhere? Oliver.
He's in the
something?
new Invisible Man.
Oh, is he?
not really.
Okay,
He
so I've
is the
seen him in
Invisible Man.
Invisible Man?
3 different things now, and every single time he's had a different accent. I'm like, where's this guy from? He's in Haunting of Bly Manor, which is really fucking good, and he's straight
Oh, cool.
Scottish as fuck. And I'm like, oh, this guy's Scottish. And then I started watching the previous Haunting series, and he speaks like total fucking American English. And then in this, he's British. I'm like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, what's his
Yeah.
real accent?
I don't know. I still don't know.
I think he's British because in the new Invisible Man, I believe he's British as well.
Okay.
What does he play in The Invisible Man?
Is he
The Invisible Man.
the
Is he?
Invisible Man?
Is he the
wow.
main-
Yeah.
Nice.
I said that jokingly, and then I was like, wait.
That's
a
good
minute.
because apparently, yeah, he plays a bad guy and everything. It seems like, but it felt like in Haunting of
Yeah,
Bly Manor,
he's British.
he was a lot more menacing in that show. And then in this one, I don't know. He was more buff, I
Yeah.
guess. It's just
Well, and
an
that's what's weird
interesting
is like
choice.
it didn't. I mean, it didn't feel like they were trying to write the character as menacing. But
No, yeah, just the
speaking
bad
on
guy.
cast, Maggie Grace, she plays Lily. She plays his wife. Dude, she's in Taken. I was like, what the fuck do I know?
Really?
Yeah, Taken with Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah.
But
His
yeah,
daughter,
like there were a
right?
lot of people in this movie where I was just like, they're vaguely familiar. Like,
Yeah, the girl cop is also in Bly Manor, so I was like, whoa, 2 people. That's
Mhm.
crazy. Holy shit.
She was in Maggie Grace was in Lost too.
Yeah, that's where she's from.
That's
And so
that's
was
Lily.
yeah,
Okay.
and so was the like preacher guy.
Oh, really?
They were on the show
Oh.
together.
Cool.
Oh, nice. Dude,
Huh.
what's also so funny about the cat? Okay, so Snitch. I looked up so much of like not I didn't read up on it, but I was just like Snitch, and then I looked at the cast. John Bernthal was in Snitch, and I was like, oh shit, Fumblers. I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna see what John Bernthal does in this. And
we're gonna have to
John
watch that
Bernthal did not appear in Fast.
Yeah.
Compare and contrast these two.
Yeah.
I was a little confused at first because I was like, Faster? Is it like Fast and Furious? Is it like a spinoff? What the hell's going on here?
Dude,
Yeah.
All just coincidence.
the name drop
Sometimes.
was really good in the worst way.
Yeah.
He's like, is he fast? He's faster. Or whatever the fuck. And it just zooms in on his
Yeah, yeah.
face.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
fucking started laughing so hard. I was like, holy
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
Speaking
that-
of like all the zoom ins and stuff like that, what did you guys
Jesus
think
Christ.
about the camera work and all the very crazy shots where it's like you see the guy pick up the keys and put it in the
Seems
car,
really
and then
Yeah.
it's like there's like all kinds of different like. Did you like it or did you
Nauseating.
hate
Hitting
it?
the pedal.
Nauseating. One word.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit of scenes where I was like, oh, I'm getting
Okay.
a
So
little, getting a little dizzy here.
The scene that made me think of the word nauseating was when Billy Bob Thornton and the other cop were watching the snuff film, and every time it showed them, it felt like they made a little roller coaster around the room, like it just crazy ass thing. They put the camera
just
on
kept
it,
spinning.
and just fucking sent it going. And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, what the fuck? Like it's just going so crazy. I was like, we get
Yeah.
it. Like
I didn't even pick up on that. Damn.
There was a
that-
lot of weird camera work in this movie.
it
that
was
was
not
the
great.
2000s camera work. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I liked a little bit of it, like when they reload the gun, like it shows when he dropped
Yeah,
the bullets,
right.
the bullets
That was
drop,
good.
and then it shows him putting it in. Like there were some good ones. The one that was really good was I think The Rock was in the hallway and there was like window light on the floor, but it was filmed from upside down
Oh, like sideways.
Oh, that was
or
it.
sideways.
It was like a
That
yeah.
one was a
That
sick
looked
shot.
like-
I
I was
thought
like-
some of them were really cool.
Yeah, I like that shot. I was like, is this supposed to resemble his tattoo or something? Like it looked super good.
Oh,
I don't know
That's
if it was.
cool.
what was the tattoo about?
He killed a bunch of people.
What
Right?
I-
It's like just
what I-
tallying it down on his arm, right? I don't know.
Apparently, what it is that because in prison he was a lone wolf, right? He didn't have
Yeah.
like
He
a gang,
didn't join any gang. Yeah.
but he was jumped by gangs, and each symbol on his arm was a different gang that he survived, basically.
Oh.
And so when people
I didn't
saw
catch
it,
that.
they would see all the gang signs that he's basically like
Oh, I see. Okay,
handled.
I can see how
And
it's.
I
so,
did
like,
not get that at all.
I thought it was a lot more like
It's not
aggressive
apparent in the
from
movie.
his side.
I had to look that up because I was curious. I was like, they never really said. Billy Bob Thornton's character drops like a little line about it way late, but it still is not like an answer. It's just like
And that
And that-
big Samoan dude, he's like, oh,
It's-
he's a fucking ghost.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
ghost.
I ain't messing with no ghosts. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like, what?
It was-
That
But I
was
mean,
so
he did get
silly.
shot in the face. Yeah.
That was so silly how he was just like this burly, intimidating Samoan guy with fucking those vice grips, just like doing that the whole time.
yeah.
And then he looks at his tattoo, he's like, "Whoa!" and runs out the door. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And then who's the guy who ran the? That's another familiar face. What's his name?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
He was so familiar though. I don't know if he's like a stand-up. The
He's
guy
a
who-
comedian, right?
I feel like he's like a comedian. The guy who was just like, oh well, the price just raised, and then
Oh,
he had the bodyguard. He had the Samoan bodyguard, and he was like, actually, you just got a discount. Here you go. Here's your money.
Yeah, I owe you a refund. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think some of the things that saved it from being an aughts bad movie was the storytelling. I think was actually pretty good, and I don't think that it was super cheesy. I think that the way we slowly found out about Rock the Dwayne Johnson's involvement in the heist, like it was
Yeah.
fun to watch. To be like, okay, like he's in this, but like he doesn't really want to be, and like he's just this badass, and you're like, okay, that's his brother, and then it kind of goes into like his brother like begging him to not tell the guy where the money is, and then you find out that Dwayne Johnson was just doing his brother a favor because he knew his brother owed people all kinds of money. Like it was just cool how they like slowly unraveled that, I think. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how they showed that over time, I think.
Yeah, I think the sequence of reveals and stuff was really fucking good. Like
Yeah,
actually,
it was
I was
fun.
like, oh cool, it's
Yeah.
all making sense. This is awesome.
I like that too. I wasn't really sure like the direction that they were going with it, kind of for basically the whole movie. Even when you're like when you think you've got it, like he's checking names off the list, and then you think he's gonna go kill Deb, but then he doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
that-
Yeah,
didn't hear
his
that
mom
coming.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. They kept throwing me for a loop, and I
Mhm.
guess it worked. Like
Yeah.
it made the reveals better.
Yeah, one thing I really liked, what you were saying, like you didn't know where it was going and stuff, is like when he's listening to the radio and it's like this pastor guy, you're just like,
Yeah.
You don't even think about it
you're
at
like,
first.
oh my god, he's been listening to this guy for like a long time. What is this gonna lead to? Is he gonna like,
Find Jesus
yeah, and
halfway
just
through the
Yeah.
film. Yeah.
and then it turns out to
Sort of
be,
did.
he turns out to be that guy, like one of the guys. Like that was such a cool reveal. I guess.
Yeah.
I liked that one.
Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, I was waiting for him to fucking kill him right when he was like, sermon's over. I was like, I was like, get
Sermon's
it.
over.
Like they had like some one lines that I was like, oh shit, he's gonna kill him now.
Dude,
No,
that scene was
now.
actually tense. They did a good job with
And
that
then it
scene,
just
dude.
never happened, but sermon's
about
over. That would have been epic line, and then he just kills him. That would have been fucking. That would have been like okay, but
like
we have
church
a little bit of redemption in this
Yeah,
plot
that scene
line.
was super tense. I was like, this could literally go either way because he's literally just cold-blooded murdered all the other ones. So it's like, why wouldn't
Yeah.
he kill this guy? And then it just keeps like escalating, and you're just like,
Yeah,
he
and-
might not
and
do
they-
it. Oh my god.
They like showed that really well, that he was right on the line of like being the bad guy and being the good guy, where the bouncer security guard, how he had that ice pick knife fight in the bathroom at the club, and the guy's dying wish was, call my son and tell him I said sorry, and it was just,
And he does
and
it.
he does it, and he does it, but he still killed his dad, you know. So he's just like, okay, like kind of good guy, kind of bad guy, but he's leaning more towards bad guy because he killed this guy's father in a way. But the pastor scene was cool because I don't know, he then leaned more towards good guy, you know, which was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of the ice pick guy, when the son calls him back, he's like, "I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna kill you." Are we gonna see a faster part 2?
Faster.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson is getting chased down by this kid.
Fastest.
they shadow drop it on the 10-year anniversary.
Oh my god.
Damn.
COVID.
That would be sick.
Oh man, which is in what, 3 days, Taryn, you said?
Yeah, dude. If that happens, we would have to watch it and
We
do an
would literally
episode.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, like
Well,
that day.
let's tweet the Rock Johnson and ask him.
Yeah.
Yo,
He's too
where's
big,
the-
dude. He's too big.
Where's this?
Yeah. That's
He's too big.
Fastest. No, but that scene too, though, when he calls his son again, even in that, you're like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Because he's like, you killed my dad. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you. And The Rock is like, well, let me give you advice on that path that you're about
He's
to
like,
go.
do what
How
you
about
have
no?
to do.
Yeah.
your
Let me
son.
just tell you, this is a long, hard, dark road, blah, blah, blah. Even there, you're like, all right, he's encouraging, like, you know, murder or potentially advocating for it, while at the same time saying, you know, this is the cost. And
Yeah.
again, you're like, is he a good guy?
I
Mhm.
I really like in revenge media, when it's spelled out, it's like this is not what you're supposed to do. Like it never ends
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean? Like you should not do this.
Yeah.
So I like that they did that. I guess
Yeah.
with the kid.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, which kind of, I think it ties it a little bit back to like the whole Western cowboy kind of thing, where you have the protagonist living by their own set of morals. and you see Driver, you see Dwayne Johnson struggling with that to find his own moral code throughout the film. Like he has a purpose, but he also is not just a bloodthirsty killer. And so it was, I don't know, it was well done for sure.
Yeah, when he like spares Billy Bob Thornton and just stuff like that, you're just like, it seems like he's just calming down and he's like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Like the whole movie's just like a fucking hill that he's just calming down the whole time.
Yeah, and then later kills Billy Bob Thornton.
Right.
So yeah, I was just like, wait, he spared? Oh no, yeah, he spared him, and then
Metal plate. It's just like,
oh god,
Yeah, was he holding the plate itself, or like a piece of it, or the shell?
Piece of
It looked like the bullet or something. Maybe.
no, he was holding the
passed off
bullet.
or-
Yeah,
That's
he
what
was.
I thought.
holding
yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
It was kind of
Huh.
confusing.
It was so casual when they shot him. I was like, what if he's actually dead? Like that'd be crazy. Like that'd be a bold move.
it might have even been better.
Yeah.
Like because
Yeah.
we wouldn't. But also, I
Because
mean,
like
that's
he
just
doesn't
not
deserve to
accurate.
live, right? Like it's like quote unquote a good guy, but he still did a lot of fucked up shit.
I
Yeah.
feel like it would have been cool if he died, and then also Billy Bob Thornton died. And, oh, by the way, and
And the
fucking
British
And the
guy.
killer
Oliver
and
Jackson.
the British
Killer
guy.
died, too.
Chills.
Everyone should have died, except
much.
for Billy Bob Thornton's son. I think they should have
Agreed.
showed him getting pitcher position.
20 years later, he's just in the
Oh,
MLB fucking MVP.
Yeah, he's in
or
Major
some
League
shit.
Baseball, and that's
They
how the
should
movie-
have showed Billy Bob choking on his own vomit, like all heroined out. That would have been.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait,
No.
when? What?
No.
Jesus.
Oh God.
No, I thought that was you know, when he like basically comes to life again. I mean, the first time I thought it was kind of funny. Like, he's laying on the hospital bed, he's dead, and then all of a
Dude,
sudden
yeah,
he's
he
like,
just-
"Rah!" And then the
Fucking
second
weird.
time he just like is magically alive again. I was like, okay.
That one
I
made
don't know.
more sense than the first one. What is it?
Yeah.
guess.
How
At
did they
least
explain
they-
it? It's like it
Okay.
ricocheted
explain
around
that
his
his-
skull. I
the
was like,
head, and it ricochets out his cheek.
like, how does
I
that
guess.
work? Is that
But then
how it
also,
works,
like,
or-
that wouldn't be a ricochet. That would just be going
Straight
straight through
through.
your face.
Well, you
But
know
it seemed
what?
like it went around or something. I don't know.
Some low caliber bullets actually do ricochet
A 22,
inside your skull. A
22,
22.
right.
If you get shot with a 22, it'll go
But
through the
I
skull
think
and not
shot
out.
like a 9, which
Yeah.
I don't
It
know.
seemed like if it ricocheted, he'd be dead. Like there was a weird way to
It seemed like it
It
curved,
would just scramble your brain.
like
curve the
followed.
bullet
Yeah,
inside
no, like
the
it
cranium.
ricocheted off the side. I don't know.
Of his skull.
Because like if it hit
Yeah.
any part of his brain, like he's done, right? Like I
But
don't
again,
know. I don't know.
Well, not necessarily. Like, not to
Maybe
get
that's why
graphic,
he's
but
so emotionless.
people do survive like bullets through the brain.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they're just a little bit like off or whatever,
Okay.
But
Maybe
it was funny that he comes back and he gets to kill Billy Bob Thornton, and I just couldn't stop thinking of him just saying like, "Stop shooting me in the back of the head, please! God damn it!" Like,
finish it
times
next
is
time. God. I
Yeah.
like Jay's plot hole fill right there. That's why he's so emotionless. He's just like, kill.
'Cause
Oh,
he's
Should
yeah.
kill.
it was like a what are they called? The ice pick
Because before he's like, did I
lobotomy.
do good, bro?
Lobotomy.
Big bro, am I
Lobotomy?
doing good? You know,
whatever it is.
he seemed a lot more. I don't know.
Childlike.
Yeah,
I mean, I
sure.
think that we're filling out the movie more than even they
Yeah.
probably expected. But
For
you know,
sure.
hey, if it fits, it fits.
That's what the Fumblers are here to do. Is to fill the pieces.
If it
We're gonna
ricochets
help
and comes out the
filmmakers.
cheek, it does. You know?
All right, let's talk about ballistics for a while. No. I'm just- oh
Yeah.
my god.
The only other thing that I really had here was we talked about how the assassin gets paid $1. Apparently that's not uncommon in the like criminal underworld, which I don't know, like how do you just find
what
this
the
information out? I don't know. If you're well off and you're just in it for the sport of the kill or whatever, apparently people will charge $1 because if you get caught, the crime of ordering a hit is greater than the crime of carrying the hit out.
Sure.
So if you pay him $1, you're covered because
Damn.
you got paid.
All right.
Is
I
that
just
why
assumed it was like a
Trump
tax
only took
purposes. Yeah.
Yeah.
James, what?
Did Donald Trump take $1 for being the president? Is that why he did it?
Ooh.
Deny. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man.
Carried out a lot of hits.
All right, you guys want a couple random
200,000
notes?
of them.
What are the random notes?
One is I just wrote The Rock put money in his butt. Lol.
What?
Oh, did he?
It's like, how do you have this much money? He's like, you don't want to know. Or some shit.
Prison locker?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Wow.
huh.
I
And
thought it
then-
was you don't want to know because he did.
Like you kill people.
Because
on
how
it.
did you get money out of jail or something? Like it was kind of, it felt specific enough to.
The old keister.
In the car, but maybe
But
not.
didn't they specific? Oh, they did say he
Sure,
smuggled
maybe.
a bunch of shit, right? Yeah.
That car was.
Yeah.
They
pretty
said that he made a
well
bunch of money
kept.
in jail. Yeah.
Oh well, that's what I got out of it apparently. But just like the other 2000s things, like it doesn't. It's not an early 2000s movie, but it has elements. When one I wrote is they go to a strip club because Jesus Christ, every fucking time they go to a strip club. What is it, like Halloween
Nice.
running scared strip club?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Strip clubs.
That's so funny because I watched it and at the strip club they were just like, "There's a true like have fun. There's a 2-drink minimum, sweetie." And like my girlfriend was just like, "What?" Is like that's a thing. Like, and I was just like, "Yeah, it's pretty much the cover." But like, and I was like, "Okay, wait."
Actually,
gonna stop right there. That's good. No,
A friend told me.
that scene had a funny line too, where they're getting patted down at the door, and the guy's like, "You got any weapons on you besides these guns?" Talking about his arms. I was like, "Okay, dude."
He's like, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding,
Ah,
dude. Just dead
know.
fucking deadpan.
So funny.
Yeah, and then I guess that was the only one. But the other one was, do you guys remember phone docks? Remember that shit, dude? You put your phone on a dock, your iPod on a dock, and you listen to
Oh,
music on
yeah.
a speaker. That was crazy.
Oh yeah, the assassin's
Had the
setup.
big
Yeah.
chunky adapter things.
Oh wow.
The
Dude,
gun.
that's so funny. Okay, so for a minute, I just want to talk about Dwayne Johnson's career as an actor. Like, look up his filmography. He's been in so much fucking shit. Like, it's almost exhausting to even read. I'm like, how did you star in all of these fucking like
Dude, he's
grade C plus B minus movies? Like, I don't like with good budgets and stuff. Like, it's just so crazy.
he's like the family guy, the family man movie guy. Does that make sense?
And like, it's so funny because also Kevin Hart is that person too. I feel like Kevin Hart.
they're
I mean,
like-
obviously Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson are like homies.
Yeah, I was like, the relationship is really funny.
But they're also like just the two extremes of the human physique, which is a quote from The Office. But like, they really are. But
Yeah. No, I thought the same thing. Like, I was like, how long has this fucking guy been doing movies? Because I feel like, in the last 5 years, he just skyrocketed, like, out of this world,
Mhm.
making so much fucking money and in the biggest shit. But this
Yeah,
movie is
when-
10 years old, and I'm sure he has movies before this.
He's, yeah,
Dude,
And then
Scorpion
also,
Scorpion
real
King,
quick,
the worst CG ever.
what movie?
They're remaking it.
Scorpion King,
Oh, Scorpion
the
King.
Mummy
Holy
spin-off.
shit.
He's in the Mummy
I totally
too.
forgot he was in that.
One of them.
But what Taryn just said about he's a family man. Yeah, we all just watched this clip of him while he was fucking wrestling, and he's like yelling into a microphone, "Shut up, bitch!" Right? Like, this is the world he came from, was professional wrestling.
I think
Yeah.
that's also acting though. I don't know.
Totally.
Dude,
But to
so-
go from that to family man, like Moana, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, you know what, Jay? I'm gonna throw like a whole wrench into your little argument there. Are you Ice Cube? Ice Cube is like the
Same
epitome
thing.
of going from like Dwayne Johnson was an actor and like acted like a bad guy, like as a wrestler, but Ice Cube was literally like, what do you call, like, a criminal, right? Like,
Yeah,
in that
Criminal.
way, like just that
A
whole
rapper?
thing.
I don't know.
it's the same world. Yeah, it's not as
I don't know. He's just
I feel like
the
it's the
legalities are
extremes.
different.
Cause like, and then the movies he went to were like super family friendly, like bullshit ass movies.
yeah. What's that meme where it's just like, at first I was like, and it's literally Ice Cube with an AK, and then like the next slide is like, and then I was like, and it's him with a fishing rod on a rowboat.
Yeah.
Probably
Um,
Are We There Yet? Isn't that the big one?
Yeah.
yeah,
probably,
maybe.
But that's the come up, right?
That's
He
that,
broke
yeah,
it,
exactly.
he made
And
it.
and like that's what's cool.
Money-wise.
And mad respect to, I don't know. I mean, I kind of was given a little like shade at Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, but like, they're fucking hustlers, dude. Like, their agents and their just straight hustle has gotten them to be somebody in a realm who was like a lesser known celebrity. Like, you know, professional wrestlers, they have their own like niche thing. Stand-up comedians, like, they have their own kind of thing. But to be like to turn into these A-list celebrities, and then to just completely pop off and do all of these other side projects, like, doesn't Dwayne Johnson have like some political shit too, where like people are just like, dude, Dwayne Johnson 2024, like, there's like
I
things
don't
about that shit, you
I
know?
forget
I
the
see
meme,
that.
but yeah.
Well,
I mean, the
well,
same way that Arnold was the fucking
I was just
government.
Oh
gonna
my
say, yeah,
God,
Arnold
yeah.
Schwarzenegger, like, he also, you know, he was the governor of California.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart
Right.
has all of this like fitness stuff, and he has like all of these like vitamin products, and he's got like all of this other crazy shit. Like,
Yeah, The Rock has tequila now. Like
yeah,
True.
it's they're household names, you know.
Dude,
what
the
I'm saying is, I appreciate the hustle. I
I do
appreciate
too.
the fucking hustle,
The Rock
even though
was
it's cheesy. But yeah, sorry, Taryn, go ahead.
The Rock was the highest paid actor like the last like a lot of years or something, right?
Yeah,
Like
like
the
3 at
most
least,
money
maybe more.
until RDJ took it this year, maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if that's okay.
Who?
And again, this is
Robert
gonna
Downey Jr.
Oh,
because of Avengers, but
because of Avengers, and he like did something where he made X amount of the
Probably.
yeah.
yeah, the box office, right? Then yeah. Um, but this is gonna sound like deprecating to them too, but I feel like with The Rock, it's kind of more quantity rather than quality.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
you know, like, if you think about like A tier actors who are just like, holy shit, they starred in like one movie, and it was just, and like they're the ones who are chasing those, you know, those awards, and they're like super high tier celebrities or high tier actors. I don't know. I don't feel like The Rock is that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he cares to be.
But
I mean,
that's not what he wants to be, and that's
yeah.
not like his thing. So like, again, mad respect. Appreciate the hustle.
Yeah, because I remember a quote from him is like, I don't know if it's like a quote, but it's like a thing with him where he'll only accept a movie if it's like my family could watch it. That's why the family man thing is like so important for him.
The Rock said that, and then he shoots an accountant in the face right on.
I mean,
Didn't
recently,
have kids
right?
yet.
Yeah.
and then tells me to
Jumanji,
shut up,
Rampage.
bitch.
Yeah, definitely didn't have kids then.
A lot happens in 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But
Okay,
that shit's
really
crazy.
quick.
I don't know.
You know who else is that now? John Cena. Like, John
Yeah.
Cena.
Oh my god, yeah.
John Cena's great.
Yeah, he
That's the
definitely
wrestler
followed.
trajectory.
And in some ways, Mark Wahlberg is that now. Like
Yeah,
the
he's like the
shit he's
crazy,
in is all. It's like family
chaotic
friendly.
version of that.
Yeah. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
And that's like the kind of, you know, again, like they're like, hey, like, this is what I'm doing. Like, this is like my lane to success, and mad respect for that, you know.
Yeah.
Completely cool with me. All right, are we ready to rate this? Is that
I'm
what
ready.
we are?
think so.
Let's go first. I don't, because I don't know my rating. I haven't even thought about a rating, and I have had quite a day, so I've been pretty much drinking all day, and I haven't eaten much. So I'm like,
I can go first if y'all want some
Go for it.
thoughts to play off of.
LJ.
So, yeah, for me, this movie started off really intense. I was sucked in. I couldn't tell if it was gonna be like funny-ish or not. But some things were funny to me, to us, I think, more so, right? The thing that I thought was really hilarious, first 10 minutes, is when he gets out of jail and then he just starts running. And I was like, "You guys
Yeah.
about to just run home?" And I just thought of James right away. I was like, okay.
We
Yeah.
have-
I was like,
Deep
Do we have
I
to
was like,
explain that a
where
little
is
bit?
he going?
Yeah.
No,
Nah,
we
it's-
don't.
Who's the runner? Dude,
If
okay.
you know, you know. If
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you know.
And then he gets to the car and then puts a jacket on. I was like, aren't you, like, you're in the desert and you just ran a lot. Like, why are you putting a jacket on? That just made me uncomfortable.
Because cool
Gotta look cool, dude.
It looked
Yeah.
cool, but
No, but yeah, it had those like weird, like there was points where I just had to laugh, and I don't think that they were supposed to be funny, but you know, just things that reminded me of other things that just made it funny. The camera work was really interesting. To me, the most interesting angle choice was when he's walking in the hospital and he's trying to keep his head down, keep a low profile, but they shoot it from under his face. So like you get his face looking down in the ceiling, and it was kind of weird, but it looked cool. Yeah, all the twists or whatever you want to call them, reveals, I thought they were really well done. I thought that they held your hand appropriately enough throughout
Yeah.
the movie to like, get you there. All in all, I mean, it was like, to be perfectly honest, it was a lot better than I was expecting. I kind of just figured like, other rock movies are gonna be just cheesy as fuck, and this will be one of those. But it was a little bit more than that, and so for that, I'm gonna give it just a solid 7.0, 7 even.
Nice.
Nice. 7
out of J. All right. I think I'm ready for my review. Anyone object?
No. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I think, to kind of echo what Jay said, it was better than I was expecting, for sure. I really liked the kind of Western vibe that I was getting a little bit, with they threw the cameo of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly theme, which everyone knows that. Everyone knows that song. So I don't know. It was cool, and I liked the main character. How, I mean, if you look back to a lot of the older westerns, the protagonist doesn't have a lot of personality to them. They're just this relatively quiet, emotionless person who is out for their own gain. And that was Dwayne Johnson's character. He was out for his own objectives, his own mission, and he created his own morality, and he struggled with where that line was throughout the film. And I enjoyed watching that. Things that were bad about it were pretty obvious. I think the writing was kind of bad sometimes, with just like the dialogue between the characters. It was a little cheesy, but I don't know. It took me along for a ride that I was interested in finding the end, and when they were revealing new things, I didn't see them coming, and I had fun with it. And I think I'm gonna land close to Jay, a little higher, but this is a solid 7.5. 7.5.
Oh,
Nice.
Pretty
Yeah, who wants to take it over next?
high. I could go.
we got our own
Ready,
standoff.
Taryn? Ready, Taryn?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
I'll say cue the British guy's ringtone. Yeah, I'm on your guys' side. I thought it was going to be a lot cheesier than it was. I feel like there's a line where it's like, this is cheesy or good, and it was like teetering like very far into both sides,
Yeah. Yeah.
which made for a pretty fun movie, I think. Like the way that it starts, it's just like you start at a fucking 10. This guy is so pissed off that he's just killing people in their business, doesn't give a fuck. And then he, like I was saying earlier, he's just calming down the whole time and starting to realize what he's doing. And he's like, oh shit, maybe this isn't the right path to go down, you know? And I kind of liked that. And especially like the whole pastor stuff was like, damn, I was like super invested. I was like, don't kill this guy. You're better than this, even though you're fucking crazy. You know, like he's, I don't know. The redemption arc is a hard sell for this guy because he did some crazy shit, but
Mm-hmm. But he showed remorse while doing it. you know.
yeah, like almost
that was cool.
after the
Yeah.
first like kill or two, there were like tears in his eyes every time. He's like, oh shit, man, am I doing
Yep.
this? But yeah, I don't know. I thought that the like I was saying, the dramatic other family things coming into it kind of elevated it to be more than just like pure revenge action, like, you know, crazy shit. So I like that part of it. I just liked how everything like tied up pretty neatly, and like it worked out in the end pretty good, I thought. So that was cool. But yeah, the camera angles, the 2000s tropes that we all have belabored in our time. I didn't like that kind of shit, so I don't know. It's a mixed bag, if I do say so
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
But overall,
Yeah.
enjoyable. I will
Mhm.
give it a 6.5, 6.5.
Ooh,
Okay.
6.5 out of 10. James, take it away.
Yeah, so it's more enjoyable than we all thought. Maybe we need to put some respect on the Rock Hard Johnson's name.
Dwayne The
that
Rock
was-
Johnson.
But yeah, I'm right there with Taryn. And I think we have differing opinions. I think my score is actually more reflective of the stylistic stuff that I kind of like with the crazy shots, even though sometimes they are kind of annoying. But I was like really impressed with like the style of the movie,
Mhm.
where like Adrian said, it was kind of Western vibe, noir vibe, like gave all those cool vibes off. You have badass cars, you have car chases, you have people dying, all that stuff's good. But I just felt like
dying
the
good.
story, people dying good, yeah. I just the story just kind of had a lot of weird loose ends, like the killer himself, that whole wedding scene after where they're like shooting beer cans, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
this
That
guy's
was
the
so
most
fucking funny.
this
God
guy's the most American British man I've ever met. It was weird. It was so weird. There was so many weird little things, like Billy Bob Thornton's heroin thing. It was kind of related, but did he have to do heroin? Not
I
really.
mean, that's
like,
that's probably why he sympathized with his wife, right? That's how he got to
but
know
like he
her.
just wanted to smash. I don't know. That's sympathetic enough. I don't know. He was just randomly on drugs, for me.
Hmm.
And I don't know. There's just like a lot of weird things. It's kind of hard to sympathize with. But I don't know. Okay, so and we didn't really talk about the runtime. It was an hour and 37 minutes.
Pretty good.
Relatively short. It didn't feel long.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe there could have been some more hashing out with the character development. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this is that kind of movie where you put on in a Sunday afternoon, right? It's
Yeah.
just like kind of there, you know. It comes and goes, and it's entertaining to watch.
Yep.
But I'm right there with Taryn. I think a 6.5 is a good and fair score for this. What? Not bad.
All right.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
So that brings us to a collective 6.875.
Hmm.
Okay.
High sixes, not quite swimming in sevens, but I think what I will say is this movie surprised all of us.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. It was a fun movie. It was a fun
Yeah.
movie.
it was
Yeah.
a movie.
I think everybody within 1 point is pretty good.
For
Pretty
sure.
consistent.
Mhm.
But we would love to know what you guys thought of this movie. Hit us up on any of our socials. You could find all of those at filmfumblers.com. If you are not watching us live right now, be sure to tune into our Twitch streams. You could find us at twitch.tv/filmfumblers. Before this show starts at approximately 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time, we do a game of marbles, which is basically a roulette to who picks the next movie. So if you're dying to have us review a movie, tune into those guys. It's
Yeah,
there's
we're starting our Christmas month next episode.
yeah,
Yeah, taking
we're
a break next week for Thanksgiving. So
yeah, we're off for Thanksgiving. The weekend after that on Saturday, that is December 5th, we will be reviewing Die Hard, which is a Christmas movie.
No doubt.
It's a movie around Christmas time. So yeah, tune into that. I think that about does it for us. Is there anything else I missed, guys? Filmfumblers.com.
filmfumblers.com.
I heard I said that, but yeah. Filmfumblers.com. Follow us everywhere.
Filmfumblers.com.
Thank you for tuning in, guys. Have a good night. And
Cheers.
if you're
Oh.
watching us live, stay tuned for the after show.
True.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.